You know the feeling when you walk into a Costco warehouse on a Saturday morning. You are there for a rotisserie chicken and maybe a gallon of milk, but somehow 45 minutes later, you are pushing a massive orange flatbed cart toward the checkout line. On that cart is a 75-inch television, a 3-year supply of organic macadamia nuts, and a high-end espresso machine you did not even know you wanted until you saw it in the middle of the aisle. By the time the cashier hands you a receipt that is longer than your arm, you find yourself wondering how a simple grocery run turned into a $500 investment. But here is the truth that most shoppers never realize. While you are busy marveling at the sheer scale of the 150,000 square foot warehouse, you are walking past a secret language every single minute. This language is written in plain sight right there on every white and yellow price card hanging from the industrial steel shelving. Most people look at the price and ask themselves if they can afford it. The experts, the true Costco masters, do not look at the big numbers. They look at the last 2 digits of the price. And they look at the top right corner of the sign. In 2026, as we all navigate an economy where every dollar feels a bit harder to hold onto, you simply do not afford to shop at Costco like an amateur. Today, we are going deep into the mechanics of the warehouse. We are not just talking about buying in bulk to save a few pennies. We are decoding the 10 secret Costco price codes that the corporate office in Savouche, Washington uses to manage their high-velocity inventory. By the end of this video, you will understand how to spot a corporate liquidation versus a local manager aesthetic sale. You will know exactly what a product about to disappear from the shelves forever, and more importantly, you will know how to hack the inventory cycle to ensure you never pay full price again. Before we dive into the specific codes, we have to understand the fundamental psychology of the warehouse. Costco, it is not a grocery store in the traditional sense. It is a highly efficient inventory machine. A typical supermarket like Kroger or Loblaws might carry 30,000 to 100,000 unique items, known as SKUs. Costco, on the other hand, intentionally limits their selection to only about 4,000 items. That scarcity is a deliberate choice. Every square inch of that concrete floor has to earn its keep. If a product is not moving fast enough, it is costing the company money and lost opportunity. To solve this, they use a coded pricing system to signal to the computer system and to savvy shoppers exactly how much they want. At Costco, the price is not just what you pay. It is a countdown clock. If you do not know how to read the timer, you are essentially paying a patient's stats. Let us start with the first code, which is the baseline for everything else. This is the price ending in 99 cents. If you see a price like $19.99, that is the standard price. This is the price Costco wants you to pay. It represents the healthy equilibrium of the warehouse. It is the result of a carefully negotiated contract between Costco's buyers and the manufacturer. Even at this standard price, you are usually getting a better deal than almost anywhere else in North America. Costco famously caps their markups at 14% for brand name goods and 15% for their Kirkland signature items. A traditional retailer might mark up an item by 30, 40, or even 50%. But the 99-cent ending means the inventory is healthy. The product is being restocked regularly, and there is no urgency from the corporate side to clear the shelf. It is the safe price. But then, you might be walking down the center aisle with the employees call action alley, and you see the second code, the holy grail of Costco shopping. This is the price ending in 97 cents. In the world of warehouse hacking, 97 cents is not just a 3-cent difference from 99. It is a signal of a corporate mandated clearance. When a price ends in 97, it means the regional buyer has looked at the sales data and decided this item is a zombie. It is taking up space that could be used for a higher velocity product, and it needs to be liquidated. This is a manual markdown. The buyer has gone into the system and slashed the price to move the remaining pallets as fast as possible. This is where you find $1,200 OED televisions for $897. The corporate office has already given up on making a profit on that specific item. That is exactly where your profit as a member begins. Retail analysts track Costco's inventory turnover ratio, which stays remarkably high at around 12 to 13 times per year. To maintain that incredible speed, they must use the 97-cent code to flush out the laggards. If you see it and you need it, do not wait. Once those units are gone, they are never coming back at that price. The third code is not a number but a symbol. It is the most famous icon in the entire warehouse, the asterisk. In the Costco community, we call this the Death Star. This small, unassuming star in the top right corner of a price sign is the ultimate urgency signal. It means the item has been deleted from the system. It does not mean the product is bad. In fact, many of your favorite items will eventually get the Death Star. It simply means that the card shipment on the floor is the very last shipment the warehouse will receive for the foreseeable future. There are no more orders in the pipeline. Once that pallet is empty, the spot on the floor will be filled by something else entirely. Products get the Death Star for several reasons. It could be a seasonal rotation, like beach chairs making way for Christmas trees in August. It could be a packaging change where the manufacturer is slightly altering the size or the count of the product. Or it could be a contract dispute. Costco is famous for playing hardball with suppliers to keep prices low. If a brand tries to raise their prices too much, Costco will delete the item and find a replacement. The real magic happens when you find the lethal combination, the asterisk combined with a 97-cent ending. This is the supernova of deals. It means the item is being deleted and it is on clearance. This is the absolute floor of the price. If you see a Death Star on a staple item your family uses every day, such as your favorite shampoo or a specific brand of coffee, this is your moment to hoard. I have seen members save hundreds of dollars on a year's supply of goods just by recognizing this one symbol. Now let us move to the fourth and fifth codes, which are the points .000 and .88 endings. These are different from the previous codes because they are not corporate-level decisions. These are local manager markdowns. This is the manager rest, a last stand. Every warehouse manager is judged on how productive their floor space is. If the count of expensive appliances is down to the last for units and those units are blocking a fresh shipment of high-demand items, the manager has a problem. They do not want to wait for the regional office to notice. They want that space back right now. When you see a price ending in .00, you are dealing directly with the commandant of your local warehouse. They have slashed the price to the absolute floor just to clear the slot. This is where you find the most dramatic legendary deals. I am talking about $600 blenders marked down to $119. The .88 code is similar, often used for manager markdowns on items that might be floor models or returns that are in perfect condition but have a distressed box. To find these, you have to walk the perimeter of the store. These deals are rarely advertised and they are almost never in the high-traffic center aisles. They are tucked away at the ends of the clothing sections or the back of the hardware area. If you see an asterisk on a 99-cent item, there are only a few left. You can even find a floor manager and ask if they are planning a manager markdown soon. Sometimes they will do it on the spot just to help them clear the floor. Code 67. And debate involved those odd endings like .49, .79, or .89. These are what we call manufacturer experiments. Costco is the ultimate proving ground for new brands. If a company wants to survive in the North American retail market, they have to pass the Costco gauntlet. Manufacturers often negotiate special promotional pricing that ends in these unusual numbers. These are trial prices. The brand is essentially subsidizing the cost to see if members will bite. If you see a brand new organic snack or a new type of eco-friendly detergent with a .49 ending, you are getting a test ice count. If the product succeeds, the price will almost always jump to a standard 99-cent ending in the next shipment. It gets the Death Star. Either way, these odd endings are the manufacturer's way of begging for your attention. Take the bait, because it is usually cheaper than the established name brand sitting right next to it. The ninth secret is perhaps the most powerful, and yet it is the smallest detail on the entire sign. It is the hidden pulse of the product. also known as the date stamp. If you look at the very bottom right-hand corner of any price sign, you will see a tiny date. This is not the expiration date of the food. It is the last time the price was updated in the computer system. This date allows you to be a predictive shopper. Imagine you see a high-end patio set marked with a 97-cent clearance code. You look at the date stamp and it shows a date from 2 days ago. That means the price was just lowered and it is probably as low as it will go for a while. However, if that date stamp is from a month ago and a pallet is still mostly full, it means the clearance price is not working. The inventory turnover clock is ticking louder every day. Within the next week or two, that price is almost guaranteed to be slashed even further. If the pulse is old and the stock is high, the price is about to die. Finally, the 10th code is not a number on a sign, but a policy code that acts as your safety net. This is the 30-day price protection loophole. We have all experienced the frustration of buying an expensive item only to see it go on sale a week later. At most stores, you are out of luck. At Costco, your receipt is essentially a contract. If an item you purchase drops in price within 30 days, Costco will refund you the difference. You do not even need to bring the physical item back to the warehouse. You just need your receipt or even just your membership card, as they can look up your history at the desk. In 2026, they have made this even easier through the mobile app for online purchases. They would much rather give you $20 back than deal with the logistical nightmare of you returning a used product and buying a new one at the lower price. It is a win-win for everyone involved. As we look at all these codes together, a bigger picture begins to emerge. We have covered a lot of ground, from the corporate kill switch of the 97-cent ending to the manager panic of the points ROZRZRMI. As we wrap this up, I want to talk about why this actually matters beyond just saving a few dollars. We live in a world that feels increasingly expensive. Every subscription service, every convenience fee, and every hidden surcharge is designed to drain your bank account by 1,000 tiny cuts. Becoming a master member at Costco is about more than just finding a cheap jar of pickles. It is about financial agency. When you learn to read these codes, you stop being a passive consumer who is at the mercy of marketing tactics and limited time offers. You become a strategist. You start to see the warehouse not as a place that takes your money, but as a complex system that you can navigate with precision. Every time you spot a 97-cent asterisk and save $50, that is $50 that stays with your family. That is a dinner out together. That is a contribution to a child's college fund. That is the patient stacks being refunded to you because you were smart enough to wait and fast enough to act. Costco was founded on a very specific philosophy by people like Jim Sinegal and Saul Price. They wanted to build a company where doing the right thing for the customer will result in a good business for the shareholders. By learning these secret codes, you are participating in that original vision. You are helping them move their inventory and clear their floor, and in exchange, they are giving you the deal of a lifetime. It is a partnership based on efficiency and intelligence. The golden rule of the warehouse is simple. Never buy a 99-cent item if it has an asterisk and you can afford to wait 2 weeks. But when you see the 97 cents and the asterisk appear together, that is the universe telling you that you have won the game. That is your signal to act without hesitation. So the next time you walk through those sliding glass doors and show your membership card to the employee at the entrance, do not just head straight for the samples or the rotisserie chickens. Take a moment to look at the signs, scan the endings, check the top right corners for the Death Star. Look for the tiny date stamps that tell you how long that price has been sitting there. The treasure is there, hidden in plain sight, waiting for someone who knows how to read the map. Mastering these codes changes the way you look at every purchase. It turns a chore into a hunt. It turns a bill into a victory. You are no longer just a shopper. You are a cycle tracker. You are someone who understands the heartbeat of a global supply chain as it manifests on a concrete floor in a suburban warehouse. You have the knowledge now. Use it to protect your household just bottom line. And I will be looking at the last digits right there along with you. If this decoding of the warehouse system changed the way you plan to shop this weekend, think about the other members of your community who are still paying the full 99-cent price. We are all trying to navigate this economy together, and every little bit of insight helps. Think about the greatest deal you have ever found. Think about that one time you saw a points hour price and didn't believe your eyes. That feeling of winning is what makes the membership worth it. Go out there, find those 97-cent endings, and take back control of your shopping cart. Your bank account will thank you, and you might just find that the best things in life don't always end in 99 cents. They end in the satisfaction of knowing you played the game better than anyone else on the floor. As we move forward into the rest of the year, keep your eyes peeled for those seasonal transitions. Remember that August and January are the prime months for the death start to appear as the warehouse shifts its entire personality. Keep your receipts organized for that 30-day window. Most importantly, stay curious. The codes are always there, quietly telling you the story of the product's journey from the factory to your home. When you understand that story, you are no longer just buying things. You are making informed decisions that respect the value of your hard-earned money. That is the true power of being a master member. Happy hunting, and may your cart always be full of 97-cent miracles.